Good evening, you guys. How is everyone doing? I'm gonna wait and give you guys the opportunity to start coming into the room. Hey, pretty brown eyes. Um, let's see. I see 901 King Deshaun, Tam 08, Pretty Brown Eyes, the Black Barbie, True Eyes and Ears, Clarinetta. He said good night from Toronto. Shout out to Toronto. Teresa K, Shirley, uh, Joy Loves God, New to You, So Witty, Robert Woodard, Tammy B, uh, Robert Davis. Did I say Shirley Jenkins, Teresa K? Um, how's everybody doing tonight? Y'all staying in out? Y'all staying warm in and out of the cold? Cause it is cold. It's when I say it's cold, it's cold. DC King, Prosperous Lioness T. How's everyone doing tonight? I I want to give more people the opportunity to start coming into the room. I'm doing good. I am. I'm doing really good tonight. I'm happy to be in from out of the cold because y'all know it's cold and it's snow out there. Hey, Rated R. I'm sorry to hear that. You're still fighting this virus new to you. Hey, Kivia. I hope you get well new to you because this is the weather that's keeping everybody sick. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button as y'all come into the room. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Wow, it's only 15 degrees in Texas because it's normally really hot. Except Thaddeus Cole for posting Juke online. Hmm. I'm giving more people the opportunity to start coming in. We're going to have a guest tonight. Blackwood News is going to stop in. Of course, y'all know Blackwood News always come into the chat a lot and show love. And I'm glad that he does because I appreciate him allowing us to use his video and stuff, and he's really good about that. And he's always out there on the scene before the news media get out there. Y'all know I'm always giving him his props. And of course, last night, when all of this happened, I was like, I wanted to, I was asking God to protect him because even though he's doing exactly what he actually gives you more because the main medias are really they can't give you everything. you know Everything stuff is monitored. um they can't give you everything. They can't show you what Blackwood News can show you. He's an independent media, and that's one of the reasons why that I love supporting him. Right, that's the word I was looking for. True eyes and ears. It's scripted. You're absolutely right. It's scripted. It fake news, of course. And so Blackwood News is able to give it to you raw, right? Hey, Lucille. So he's supposed to stop through tonight. He's supposed to stop through tonight, and we're gonna talk to him, of course. Yeah, shout out to Blackwood News. Um, I always support him. I think he deserves to be supported because he's out there. He's actually out there, boots on the ground, right? He's traveling through the city and stuff, and getting us. He's helping us with our content. I mean, because he's able to. We're able to visualize it, right? We're able to get the video because of him. I'm really scared the power go out and my batteries for my oxygen don't work. Oh Lord. Well, we're gonna pray that that don't happen, Teresa. Um Robert Woodard said 901. Yeah. I know there have been a lot of stories and stuff going around about what happened. And it's too early, you know. I don't know. I wasn't out there. Of course, there were people that I know that was out there, and even with them being out there, they were in pandemonium. True Eyes says, Ears says, I have pneumonia to stay positive, sis. Yeah, we'll pray for a speedy recovery with you too, True Eyes and Ears. All these events have to take place. Black folks about to be liberated. Hey, Ramona. Like I said, we've been hearing a lot of different narratives as it relates to what happened to Jook, and um, it's too early. I was actually doing a video that I am going to upload later on about that. Rita Wilson, hey Miss Rita, I'm just waiting for my guest to pop up. I told him 9:30, so he should be popping up any minute now. But I'm waiting for more people to come in. Hold on one second, you guys. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, okay? Make sure you all hit the like button. Hold on, y'all. One of the reasons why I wanted to get Blackwood News on, and I know he's always, like I said, he's always out there on the scene. We're not saying that he actually saw what happened, you know. Um, but like I said, he's always boots on the ground. Okay. This is a what goes around comes around type of year. Tamara, I'm just hoping and praying that Pre be very careful. Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of people trying to put into the atmosphere. Yeah, 901 Blackwood News, shout out to him. He'll be up in a few minutes. I see a lot of people trying to put that into the atmosphere that Young Dolph's artist had something to do with it, or this, had an affiliation with Young Dolph's case. I don't know if that's so, because you hear people that's actually out in the street that is neutral, that saying that it did not have anything to do with that. Now, if they're talking about Young Dolph's artists trolling and stuff like that, well, I would have to say I think that Young Dolph's artist is basically doing what was done to them. Yeah, I don't think that Pre was involved with that. I don't. I don't believe that they were involved. But of course, we already know people are going to push a narrative and say that that they feel like that they were involved, right? I'm still waiting for him to come into the backstage. Karma definitely. Um so yeah, y'all please like, share, and subscribe. But I think it's important. Like when you have Blackwood News is out on the scene, right? And I always see how he's respectful. You know, I think some people was trying to give him some flack on yesterday, but I understand emotions was flying high, but he wasn't doing anything that the news media does not do. He's always out there on the scene, actually before the news media gets there. Um, and he gets to give us raw footage, right? Um, True Eyes and Ears says Juke was clowning treat others how you want to be treated. E23 says one day it didn't have one day it didn't have anything to do with doll. Hold on. That's my thoughts. I don't think it had anything to do with Dolph either. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. I tend to believe. Uh, T says, just being honest, I believe it did. That's just me though. Yeah, everybody has a difference of opinions. You know. Got news, but I keep it to myself. Dominique says he's got news, but he's gonna keep it to himself. Lynn Smith says, Miss T and chat salute. That Dolph Karma is real tearing CMGS of Dolph fans loving it. Unfortunately, Blackwood News did nothing wrong. He didn't even say just not right. He did not even announce it that the person was deceased. He waited. I think he's always very tasteful when he's on the scene. He's not dogmatic. He's out there um, bringing you raw footage, right? He's bringing you footage that the news media, the main medias cannot bring you, right? And if you ask me, people seem to trust him more than they trust the main medias because you'll hear them talking to him a little bit more than you hear them talking to the main medias who will tell you something is off record and then put it on record. So no, he did not announce it at all. So much respect to him. Like I said, he's supposed to be coming up. I think he's going to click the link. So he just get killed for nothing. Huh? I never said that he got killed for nothing. So are you saying that if Young Dolph's artist, hey, hun, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Tamara? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I was just telling people about how we appreciate, we're always using your footage because you're always out there on the scene even before, okay, the
Yeah,
main medias and stuff are out there, and we really appreciate you around being born and raised in Memphis. We really appreciate you. We really do for what you do, being an African American man, um, just being out there working your business. I understand how it is with video, and we really appreciate that, how tactful, how tasteful you are. You're not out there being dogmatic. You give us raw footage, and hey, my hat is off to you. I wish you all the success in the world.
man, I appreciate it, Tamara. I appreciate everybody out there rocking with me. I be tuning in a lot though. I done seen y'all use my videos and everything, so I'm rocking with you for real. Shout
Hmm.
out to you.
So, getting out there to the scene yesterday, and I'm not going to try to interrogate you or anything like that, but a lot of people are curious just to how the energy was. Like, did you know what you were getting into? Like, did you know when you got out there, or had you just heard that there was a shooting?
When I pulled up because everybody's saying it was Big Jook.
Mm-hmm.
So once multiple people started hitting me up saying it was Big Jook, so I had to pull down. So I was gonna pull down anyways, but once I figured out it was Big Jook, a lot of stuff changed. I felt the tension, the way the police was acting. They trying to push me all back. They was acting, man, like it was somebody big that just got shot, and it
Mm-hmm.
was. It
Mm-hmm.
was.
So, what was the energy like out there? Did you get the opportunity to see the pandemonium with the people and all of that?
By the
I'm sure
time
you got there fairly quick. Did you get there fairly quick?
I got there like 45 minutes after. So
Mm-hmm.
by the time I got there, the parking lot was empty. They done got everybody off. They pushed everybody back. But I found the way on to the parking lot. And
Mm-hmm.
then I parked on the parking lot and I snuck up there and I did what I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And were people still like it was still quite a few people out there?
The people that was inside of the place, and they had a few other cars out there, but other than that, they had everything blocked off.
Okay. Was he gone? Had they transported him?
Yeah, all the ambulance and stuff, they was gone by the time I pulled up and everything. So
Hmm.
I was kind of far. So, but I pulled up though. Yeah.
Yeah. So how does it make you feel, being an African American man yourself, and then you're out here on these scenes and you're witnessing this, like you're truly boots on the ground. Like we see it on video, but you are witnessing this stuff in real life. How does it make you feel?
Uh, it's it's a different type of energy. Just like seeing the victims out there, seeing the families and stuff. It's so I'm kind of used to it, but it just makes me feel sad that it's always going on. I mean, every day it's another family, another victim. It's always something. So it's messed up.
Mhm.
It really is.
Now, were you out there? You was out there when Young Dolph was assassinated, weren't you?
Yeah, I was out there, first one out there. Yeah.
Mm. So what? So you was the first one out there. What was the energy like that day? Because I know it took them a minute to get all of that processed and to move Young Dolph.
Oh yeah, that energy was something crazy. They had barricades. They had like police ready. Like they pulled up so quick. It's like that energy right there was some crazy. I never seen nothing like that. From a crime scene, everybody putting up. They found out who it was. So man, that whole hood was out. Man, traffic control, police trying to push people back, everything. But that scene and Big Jim scene, it wasn't similar. It probably would have been if I was out there earlier, but I was kind of late. But the way they was acting, it's somebody big. See, when these scenes happen, I can always tell when it's a big guy or it's a big rapper because
Mm-hmm.
everybody starts putting up the whole hood. They get word of it, so they pull up and they need backup police. They need traffic control and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that big juke scene.
This whole hood started pulling up.
Oh yeah, and I
Mm-hmm.
was on live and stuff. Everybody they got word. They heard who it was. They started putting up. So police they call it backup police from all precincts from everything. So they putting up trying to help because they knew who it was. Somebody big. That's your Gotti brother.
Mm-hmm. You
So
didn't hear people because like on the Young Dolph scene, because I know I heard it even on video. You heard somebody from the news media say it. Like people were so in shock, and then the emotion set in. They started talking about retaliation. Did you hear any of that? Were you able to hear like the how upset people was and like the outburst or anything?
no, I ain't really see a lot of outbursts of people upset or anything because
Mm-hmm.
we got to remember that's a free pass, so they had everybody up there. They had their family, they had kids, everybody up there. So it wasn't that type of people that was up there like on that.
Mm-hmm.
So now I ain't hearing anything like, man, who was that and all that. No. By the time I got there, everything was probably easing down. It was calm. People was like, man, they just shot Big Jip, little stuff like that. Witnesses was out there, so it wasn't that type of audience. It
Okay.
wasn't that type of crowd.
Well,
Yeah.
let me ask you something, just based on what we've seen so far as it relates, because we covered the Young Dolph's case over here quite a bit. But based on do you think that this is over? If but let me just say this, because I know I'm asking you a lot of questions, and I've said this before. I don't believe, because there was a lot of people that was coming into the chat and stuff when I first spoke about it when it happened, and they were saying that they did not believe, people from out of Memphis, out of the streets of Memphis, was saying that it had nothing to do with what had happened to Young Dolph. But I mean, just based on how you feel, and these are your feelings, do you think it's gonna end anytime soon?
Uh, this has started back up. I think
Mm-hmm.
this really finna start really back up in the city because at first it was a little calm with the PRECR CMG stuff, but This may pick it back up. If it has something to do with PRE, it may not even have, because sometimes, a lot of times, as you know, a lot of this stuff down here is not PRE versus CMG all the time.
Absolutely.
Sometimes a lot of, they got real beef in the city. Everything is not PRE versus CMG.
Hmm.
So I don't know about this one. So but yeah, it might pick up after this, after all this snow gone and stuff. So
Hmm.
I'm
I
trying to figure
understand
out.
myself being a Memphian myself. It really it bothers me when I hear people, especially, and I don't have. Let me just say this: I don't have issues with anybody on the outside of Memphis vlogging on the case because I don't own any case. But
Yeah.
I have issues, especially when you live in the city or you've lived born and raised in the city. I live on the outskirts now. You still have a love for the city. You have a love for the people, and it bothers me when you hear people that don't know put in all this propaganda into the atmosphere, trying to create hoping to create an atmosphere where somebody else is taken out. And you don't know because emotions are flying high right now. And folks are saying, well, I think PRE did it, blah, blah, blah. And what happens is, with people being emotional, you never know. Somebody might go and try to take one of those young men out, and they don't even know if they were involved or not. I think that's the thing that bothers me about it.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot. A lot of bloggers, YouTubers, they like to talk about this PRE CMG beef a lot, but yeah, they putting folks' life in danger and stuff down here. They don't even know it. All this talking they doing on the YouTube, most of these stories, they not even true. I'm
I
seeing them
know.
all over the place. Like, I'm like, come on, that's not what happened. That's not why they beefing. Because we down here for real, so we know what's up. But these
Hmm.
people, they want to run for this, run with this story. It's all about clout and views and stuff. And this PRE versus CMG beef is real. It's real big. So people, they believe in everything. They
Hmm.
messing up folks' lives down here in the city.
Absolutely.
They don't even know.
Are you able to put your cash app up on the screen?
Uh, how you do it? Uh, I'm
Let's
not
see.
chat. Let me see.
I may have to. What is your cash app?
$ Woodrow Z. Can you hear me?
$ Woodrow Z.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put it up on the screen. I don't know what happened. I think he made a mistake and knocked himself out. He'll come back up. Yeah, I think he made a mistake and knocked himself out. I'm getting ready to put his cash app up on the screen. I really appreciate everything that he does, and I know we use his stuff a lot. Yeah, I think he knocked himself out. Here he comes back.
Are we back?
Okay. Yeah,
What's
you
that?
back. I put it up there. $Woodrow Z.
Yeah, that's it. And it's my logo. You should see my logo. My Blackwood News logo.
So let me ask you something about yourself. What made you decide to start doing this?
What made me? Um, Trying to get this news out for our people. Once I realized, like, the mainstream, they can run with any narrative they want to. People, they don't know what to believe. So I said, man, I'm finna hop out here and start doing the same thing these, man, Fox 13, Channel 3, them doing. Because we need this news, because the people, we get this news first anyways. Like, if
Mhm.
something happened, the people, the hood see it first. So now that the hood see it first, they hit me up so I can come out there, get the right stuff, instead of just running out there, filming, and then running back to the news studio, running with a narrative. So
Mhm.
I just had to get this news out for our people, because there's always something going on. And sometimes these news stations, they may skip over scenes like, oh, I'm not going over there. I'm not going over there. But the people don't know that. Something may done happen to their folks over there. But the news like, man, I'm not going over there. It's too late at night or something like that. So I'm like, nah, the people, they start hitting me up. I'm putting down. Something happened.
Mm-hmm.
Get this news out for us, man. Yeah.
Cutthroat Meek, if we ain't talking about shit, why you in here? Why you come in here?
They talking in the comments.
Yeah, so what did you come in here for? Just to put that into the chat? So since we ain't talking about now, I'm gonna block you, okay? You block, fuck you. Okay. Excuse me, I mean to, I be hating to cuss with guests up here. So do you feel like you get the support as an African American man?
Uh, as of right now, yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as of right now. But I know it probably eventually, the bigger we get, it's gonna be more haters, people trying to say this and that, trying to bring me down, little stuff. But I'm just out here trying to, man, do something for the people, something
Mm-hmm.
different. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they support me though when I'm out and everything. So
Well,
yeah.
we definitely support you. We definitely, you know, appreciate, appreciate what you do. I saw yesterday when you were out at the hospital and somebody seemed to have gotten mad at you. And what did you think about that? Did you
Uh,
take it personally?
they got mad at me. That's at the
When
hospital.
he said, why somebody said, why are you recording something like this?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. That happens every now and then. We still
Mm-hmm.
got people who don't really understand what I'm doing. They think I'm out here just trying to get views and trying to do little stuff for clout. They don't really understand, but it's not really about that. I mean, if I 13 somebody, if they pulled up, y'all wouldn't say nothing to them. Y'all just, oh, okay, it's the news people. So why I can't do it? I don't be
Mm-hmm.
doing no dead bodies. I don't do that. I'm respectful to the family, everything. So they just ain't never seen nothing like this. But hopefully, I can get my city, get them used to this, man. Let them know it's not always about mainstream news. It's not always about the mainstream, whatever they say. They lie. They lie a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so I'm not trying to
They
be out
sure
there.
lie. It's a lot of
They
stuff
lie
that
a
they
lot.
embellish about. They
Cover up.
embellish
They
about it and
lie.
they omit it on purpose.
Then next thing, oh, that's our bad. They lie to us, man. They control certain narrative. If police or somebody say, "Hey, don't post it," they ain't gonna post it. They ain't
Mm-hmm.
gonna post it if they. But man, I don't care. I'm posting everything. I'm
That's
getting this
right.
news out for us. There's no more hiding. Them days over.
Do
This is
you
new
ever have the
movement.
police to come to you and ask you anything? Like,
Like,
are they helpful? I mean, because it seemed like to me, I mean, you make it to the scene before they do
uh,
a lot of
yeah,
times.
they don't really ask me for information and stuff like that. Usually,
Mm-hmm.
by the time I pull up, they already done know what's going on and stuff like that, though. But they follow me and stuff, though. I know that they know who I am once I
Mm-hmm.
pull up sometimes and stuff. So it's
Yeah.
respectful now. See, at first they used to say little stuff, try to push me back, like "Who are you?" But now they know what's up, and they don't really try nothing on these scenes no more now, though.
Well,
You
good.
know? Yeah.
Well, good. Well, like I said, man, I'm very proud of it. I know people are wanting to hear more about what happened on the scene.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't want to because I listen. I already know how things can go, right? And so I don't try to put people in trick bags or ask them questions that's gonna get them that could even make people believe because we understand how it go, folks.
Yeah.
People don't even be knowing what they think they know, but when folks are scared that you know something, it makes them do all types of crazy stuff. But y'all heard him say once he got there, you know, he got there 45 minutes later. So um, even though he got a lot of the footage, nobody, nobody told him who it was or anything like that, right?
No, everybody was gone by the time I pulled up. They
Mm.
weren't there yet, so yeah, I pulled up. They was. getting everybody off the parking lot. I found the way onto the parking lot. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask you this: did you get the opportunity to see his mother?
No, I ain't see her. I think she was at the hospital. They said
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people they followed the ambulances and stuff to the hospital with the victims. So I think she was at the hospital.
Okay, because you're hearing people saying when it first happened, I heard them say it was three victims. Now I only hearing them talking about two. Do you
Mm,
know how many victims it was?
they said it was three. I heard it was three too, but they said somebody showed up at the hospital in a personal car though. So that may
Mm-hmm.
be the other one, the other victim. They said somebody did show up in a personal car. So
Okay,
I don't know if that's
so they drove themselves.
yes, somebody else trolled them.
Okay,
Yeah. hmm So that may have been the third victim. I'm not sure, but yeah, I've been hearing that too. But I know for sure somebody drove in a personal car to the hospital.
okay. Well, I want to see if some of the people in the chat. Will you take a few questions? Not outlandish questions, but a few questions.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, yeah. What is it that you all want to ask him? I mean, he's basically said quite a bit, but what would you all like to ask him? She said they said three. I initially heard three, but I've been hearing people say now two.
They cover man. They can cover up the NPD. They can hide stuff too. They hide a lot, especially in that Dolph situation. They can cover up a lot if they want to. People
Mhm.
they don't know that they hide stuff too. For
They
real.
hide it all they hide stuff all the time. They do it.
I
They
know
do
about
it.
that.
So do you think that well, let me ask you this. Do you think they hide stuff to uh to protect victims and stuff? Why do you think they hide it?
Y'all may not know, but corruption and the way these police are in Memphis, that's
Mm-hmm.
really bad. And it's like if you have money, you can really do a lot in Memphis. If you
Mm-hmm.
man, because man,
Mm-hmm.
you can do a lot with money.
So you've been on the scene of this stuff. Have you ever seen any of these officers? It seemed like, um do some things that they shouldn't do that was out of protocol.
Yeah, I done seen some. Yeah, I done seen some few times down here on Bill downtown and stuff, late
Mm-hmm.
nights and stuff. I done seen some inappropriate stuff the MPD ain't supposed to be doing and stuff, man. For real,
Oh
but
wow.
I ain't put it out there though. I ain't, I ain't put it out there though. I
Mm-hmm.
could have. I just know at any time I could, but I don't want that target. That's gonna come with a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
But
You think so?
yeah, but it ain't that bad. It's just little stuff that I ain't supposed to be doing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Well, I don't want to. Yeah. But hey, it's ways to deal with that. But I understand what you're saying right here.
Yeah, but they not doing anything to nobody, but just like women and stuff, little stuff. Yeah, it's a lot goes on in the city.
Wow. They said CJ Davis needs to go. What do you think about that? Have you had the opportunity to meet her?
No, I never met her before, but I just seen her not too long ago at the mayor inauguration. She was up there, little stuff, but yeah, she needs to go. She don't do nothing. She has a long background of stuff, and she
Mm-hmm.
don't really pop out every time it's time to ask her something. She always trying to ease herself up out the situation. She always, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they should have got rid of her.
Well, I've been saying this I've said this from the very start. I said that with CJ Davis was, she was selected for a reason. She knew
Yeah.
nothing about the city. She did not even apply for the job. That was a red flag there. She didn't apply for the job. You close the job up, and then you open the post back up just so that you can interview her, a woman that did not even apply for the job, don't know anything about the city. Okay, so I always felt like she was put there to just be a figurehead or something.
Oh yeah, she was
Somehow
just there.
we getting some kind of feedback.
What they saying?
It's some kind of you hear the echo?
I don't hear it.
I think there's a hold on. I'm gonna take myself out. I don't know if that's going to. Okay, I don't hear it now.
All
Well, I
right.
still hear it, but it don't matter. It's just a little feedback. Um, I don't know what's causing it. But like I said, she was only put there to be a figurehead, and it was some things that they wanted to do to mess the city up. And I'm talking about the white power brokers that really run the city, the rich people. And
Mhm.
they used the black woman to put there as a figurehead to hide behind her because she didn't know anything about the city. So how could she be running it?
She don't know nothing about the city. Nothing. But it's bigger than her though. In the city with everything that's going on. This man, these kids and everything. So it's not just he can't do everything. It's a lot. It starts with the parents. It's a lot of
Hmm.
these parents. These parents messed up. It's a lot of them. They, I know for sure. I know someone right now who know that they child's out here doing crimes and breaking in cars. They know it, but they just messed up, man. It
Hmm.
starts at home. These parents, they be knowing they kids out here stealing cars, bringing cars to the house. Man, these
Hmm.
parents know what's up with the kids.
They
But
absolutely know what's up. What are those
mm-hmm.
things like when you make those scenes of those teenagers?
On
What are the scenes like? Because I'm sure the mothers have to come to the scenes
what
when
like
these teenagers are when you make the scenes of these crimes and it's involving teenagers. Because a lot of people don't know is a lot of the crime that's being committed within the city of Memphis is happening by minors.
yeah. A lot of minors, a lot of them on house arrest too. They still doing because most times when they get arrested, they get caught, they get a slap on the wrist, they get on probably on house arrest. That's what most of them they on house arrest out here. And then I ain't stopping none. These juvenile laws, that's ridiculous in the city. They getting right back out, doing the same thing. Even the grown folks laws, even the the other laws and stuff. It's crazy in the city. They getting right back out, doing the
Mhm.
same thing.
What a lot of people don't know is that the district attorney Steve Mulroy, he has no jurisdiction over the juveniles. He's
Yeah.
Clark Sugarman, and so I think we're gonna have to hold his feet to the fire. I think a lot of people content with us putting all the blame on Steve with these juveniles, but they don't even go before him.
hmm He don't even who the juvenile like that. I heard. Yeah. So it
The
ain't just
second
him.
lieutenant says, "Good evening, Miss T. Ask your guest, the brother, how is the Tyree? Do you know anything about the Tyree Nichols case?
Uh,
Nichols case?
yeah. The Tyree Nichols case. Um, they just had it. I ain't really been following like that, but yeah, they got one officer. I think he's pleading guilty or something in it, but yeah, that was
Hmm.
messed up what they did to him though.
Yeah, that was messed up. That was
Messed
messed up
up.
what they did. That was wrong on so many levels for them to do that. Listen, I'm gonna leave you up here. I'm gonna go out and come back in because I got a feedback, and I think it's my computer.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Let me see the chat. And we live. What it do, man?
Okay, I'm back.
And we live.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, I'm back. It's still a feedback, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I wanted to ask you this. I know you got other things to do, but I wanted to ask you this. Like, when this situation happened with young Dolph, and I know a lot of times, we say we're neutral about it. We try to be. How did you feel about the way things were handled? Like, what did you think about that situation?
Uh, it was it was really messed up what they did to Dolph, man. It was because he did a lot for the city. He owned properties. He was really putting on people for real. And what they did, something was messed up, man. It was really messed up. And like we all just want real justice. That's what we. That's what everybody really wants. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of covering up going on. We just want real justice out here.
Mm.
Uh, man, yep. He did a lot for Memphis though, for real.
So you feel like it's a lot of covering up that's going on? You want to elaborate more on it or no?
No, it's just what the streets heard, little stuff.
Mhm.
It just ain't adding up. Like his wife, I mean his Mia J.
Mhm.
Yeah, Mia J talking about we just want real justice and stuff.
Mhm.
Just it's messed up what they doing with it.
Mhm. Mhm.
They switched the judges. It starts back up in March or
Mhm.
February, March or something like that. So they switching judges and stuff now. So I ain't no telling what's finna pop off. But
Yeah.
if they let these guys off, man, it's gonna be crazy.
Somebody was telling me tonight that that something was going on with one of those young dudes.
Shit.
That's in jail as it relates to that case. Something has happened already.
Yeah,
Um.
that happened. And just think. Yesterday it'll be 60 days before trial starts.
Mhm.
March. It'll be exactly 60 days before the trial start. Now Big Jip gone. So man,
Do you think that do you believe that's coincidental? Like, do you think that because a lot of people have been saying that they feel like that's suspicious. Were you out there when the young man CEO Teasy was taken out? Did you make that scene?
yeah, I was out there. Yeah, out there in the mound.
Yeah.
It's like everybody that's getting involved, they either dropping or they getting out of here.
Mhm.
Everybody involved in the case and stuff. So ain't no
Mm.
telling how it's gonna turn out. So man, it's gonna be crazy this summer. This
Yeah.
spring when this case start.
Yeah. Well, I want to say this. I think that you're doing a good job, and again, and I want to say this because I know, like, especially when stuff like this happen with you being a Memphian, um, it's good for people to have you to come up on their panels. But I know you always know to use discernment, especially when people ask you questions. Because what I've learned is a lot of these vloggers are connected to record companies, and they set people up. So I'm just telling you that, and I'm putting it on my platform, and whoever don't like it can kiss my ass. But I've already heard that. Okay, so what they'll try to do is get you on their panels to get you in a trick bag, and we appreciate what you do. We don't agree with black men setting other black men up for a damn dollar or a dime. So I just wanted to let you know, and I ain't trying to hide it. I'm putting it out on my show. Uh, you know how to answer questions. It's good for you to get the exposure, but don't let them put you in a trick bag. They
Okay.
know you really boots on the ground for real. They try to put you in a trick bag and twist your words up and then take some money to have you set up. But we ain't going for it.
Man, I appreciate that, Tim. Real. Yeah. That's how it go. That's how they do. That's real. I appreciate that.
Okay. Blackwood News. I really you got any more interviews for tonight?
No, not tonight. No, this last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I hope I didn't come off being too harsh, but
Be
you
good.
peeped in on some of my shows. You know, I'm gonna tell it to you straight. I'm not gonna get behind closed doors because I want the Negroes that think that they're gonna put you in a trick bag to let you know you a Memphian. We're not gonna let them set you up.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. No.
Tay says they better not twist your words. We got his back. That's right, we got his back. So I'm putting it out there to let them know.
Yeah,
Um, we know that they trying to set folks up in hopes of getting a damn dollar, but he out there trying to do a job. Okay, he out there recording video. We appreciate what he doing. Okay, he don't know anything about these crime scenes. He's just out there recording, try to make your money some other kind of way,
yeah.
other than setting folks up.
That. I appreciate that, Timer, for real. I
Well,
appreciate
I appreciate you coming up tonight, Blackwood. They said ask him about his. Oh, what about your merchandise? Your merch.
Oh, oh yeah. I'm finna have the merch up. I'm finna keep the website up in a little bit. I have merch soon. I got the hoodies. I have t-shirts like this. I have the hats, everything. Get my website, everything up. But yeah, I have it.
So what they can they come to your Facebook page and
Oh
purchase it?
yeah, yeah. Y'all can follow me on Facebook, Lofton Junior William, LOFTONJR William, or Instagram 901 Blackwood News, YouTube 901 Blackwood News. Inbox me, hit me
Y'all
up
make sure y'all send him a cash app. I've sent him a cash app.
for
Uh,
sure.
has your cash app been going on?
Oh yeah, man. Appreciate everybody who sent me cash out, man. Yeah, I know I'm out here for the people. I don't really ask for none, but man, I appreciate everything. For real.
Well, we
Man.
appreciate you so much. Like I said, the African American man is doing this thing, y'all. Support him, show him love. Treat him like your brother. Don't look at him as no lick because we ain't going for it. I'm letting you know now. I'm putting it out in the atmosphere because I want them to know we on to him. We ain't going for it. This is a black man that's out there trying to bring you raw footage because we already know that the main medias are controlled. Appreciate your brother and show him some love, okay? Thank you for coming up, Blackwood News.
Oh, no problem, Tamara. Anytime you want me, I'm here.
I definitely will. And thank you for allowing me to use your footage because you already know every time we come on, we always go, oh, let me see what Blackwood News got. As a matter of fact, that's what we looking at the whole time, basically, when we on Blackwood News.
Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate you, Tamara, man. Shout out. Love. And we live. Let's go.
And we live. Talk to you later, love.
All right, I see you later.
Bye-bye. Shout out to Blackwood News. Yes, and stay safe. I'm happy that he came up here, and I had to go ahead and try to give him some nuggets. That's not division. I never said for him not to go on anybody else's show. I just said for him not to let them put him in a trick bag, and we want them to know we watching because we ain't get ready to let them take out another black man in Memphis. Okay, um, that's right. Thanks, Blackwood News. Anyways, you guys, like I said, he was one of the first ones that was out there. On the scene to get footage. Okay, he always beat the news media there, and like I said, we use his. I think Blackwood News, his stuff has been circulating so much. Okay, Cypress, it's been circulating so much. He should have over like 1 million views. He should. Just from yesterday. Hold on 1 second. What's his name said? Hold on, you guys. Hey, Cypress, check your thing. Yeah, y'all run the likes up for me. Run the likes up. And I still got his cash app up. He's always out there, boots on the ground. A lot of stuff we would not even know if it was not for him. Y'all, please send him a cash app. I am not a selfish person. I'm leaving his cash app up. He took time out of his day and came up here. And I'm glad that he did. So show him some love and hit his cash app up. We'll leave that up here for the duration of the show. Hey Cypress, I sent it. No, I don't think that. Listen, y'all know how vocal I've been about how I didn't like what was going on with Young Dolph and all of that, how they was doing it as far as the trolling and stuff. But now I'm not gonna lie, I don't believe the man sacrificed his brother. I don't believe Yo Gotti had own brother killed. I'd be a damn fool to believe that. I believe it's just like the street dudes in Memphis said, that's actually out there in the streets of Memphis. Okay, I believe I'm more amped to believe them. Okay, street dudes and all. I believe like they said, it was some more street stuff that had nothing to do with the Young Dolph's case. Now that's what the hardcore street dudes out there in the streets of Memphis said. Now that's what they say. Okay, Demon, he is handsome, too young. Use Cash App. Y'all got me cracking up trying to throw them panties. Yeah, Blackwood News. Um, what's going on, Cypress?
Yo, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Oh Lord,
What happened?
I just saw my mama on here. Y'all know I gotta be good now. What my mama doing up this late?
Oh, she up enjoying the show like the rest of us.
So I gotta be good.
She
So
probably
what's
up.
going on?
I mean, that shout out to Blackwood News, man, for all he do.
He is the number one. He is the number one media in the Mid South.
Yeah, cause we can't depend on no news but Blackwood News, man. That's right, y'all. Cypress TV endorse it. Blackwood News.
Shout out to Blackwood News. I'm proud to see that young brother doing his thing, and I call myself giving him a gem because I know, especially, and he's very good with how he answered his questions and stuff. He has not said anything bad about anybody. He don't seem to be biased, and so I was letting him know we don't want him to let people just be aware. That's it. You just have to be aware. We have to help people so that they can be aware, and we have to let the vampires know you being watched.
Yeah, he was on the show last night. I seen Blackwood. I didn't particularly like it, but
Well, I've seen
what's
him on I've seen him on several shows. He was on. I saw him on a couple today. I didn't see him on nothing last night.
yeah, he was on the show that had that. Well, never mind. Y'all get it. So what's new? Y'all ain't heard nothing new?
No, we haven't. So
Oh,
what have you heard? What's the word? You the North Memphis guy. What's the word? You know what
mm,
they be saying in Chicago? What's that word?
oh, nothing so far, but I know it ain't gonna be nothing good. I can almost guarantee you that.
Hmm.
It ain't gonna be nothing good that's gonna come out there. I can almost guarantee you that. Sorry, y'all. Y'all looking for some good news and ain't had it.
I mean, well, it ain't no good news because unfortunately, somebody, lost their life and all of that. But so when you say it ain't no good news, what are you saying? Because see, I'm gonna say this. I've been seeing the narrative people have been pushing, trying to say that Young Dolph's artist was involved, but in the beginning they was not saying that.
Man, don't nobody know who was involved. And even if they did, it ain't nobody feeling to say it. But don't nobody know who was involved. But it are always the out of towners that got a lot to say. I ain't never stepped a foot in Beale Street, Mud Island, the Children Museum, or nothing. But they got a lot to say about the city of Memphis. Stop it.
Like I said yesterday, it was 2,000 people in here at one time, and them street dudes was popping in.
Of
And
course.
they were saying, I was looking at the comments. They were rolling so fast, and I mean, some of them names I had recognized. They was popping in here and saying what. but I mean, I guess that's allegedly, but they was popping there saying it. And they out there in the street.
So they was saying what?
That it had nothing to do with what happened to Young Dolph. It was on some more street stuff.
Yeah, always. They started in the streets and they had going in the streets. Shout out to Sweet B. No, they didn't. No, they ain't really looking for nobody who, man, the Memphis police, they ain't looking for nobody who killed nobody. Especially nobody black, y'all. Stop it. Y'all might well go arrest them yourself if that what you want.
Yeah, when people sitting up talking about they sure they know for a fact it was this, and that, I'm like, well then you must have been out there when you so sure about what happened.
Man, that's when the lunch money kicks in. I done told y'all. Them niggas trying to get some lunch money. Yeah, that is crazy. But no, I don't think it would that. I just think people trying to make some lunch money, y'all. Some lunch money there. And to be honest, I don't blame them. I capitalize off this shit too.
That's be good. That's so true. You never know who wants you gone.
Right. I don't blame them.
And people keep saying he got popped up in his truck. That truck was bulletproof. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
he
that,
was he was by it, but he went in it.
yeah, 'cause they bulletproof. Yeah. No, no, man. Them people ain't looking for no suspect. No, man. Stop it. That's that local news shit. That's the media they talking about. Them people ain't looking for no suspect, man.
True Eyes said he was running to get into it.
Not no sorry ass Memphis police. No way. I ain't looking for no suspect, bro.
Lucille says, "Y'all, I'm hearing gunshots and I'm downtown Memphis."
Well, of course you are, honey.
Miss Nelly said, "Right, Lust Demon. I think Cass Pre was happy and hold on, the chat moving fast. He says, Miss Nelly says, I think because Pre was happy and Pre trying to say they did it, but CMG did Dolph the same way. I mean, we got to be honest. They trolled Young Dolph.
Yeah, I mean,
So when people say his artists are doing it, they just reciprocating what happened to them.
right. It's only right. It's on the first game. Like y'all trolled now. We knocked the big fish now. We trolled. And how the game go? We can't be in your feelings. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say not about your feelings about it, but like, hey, this what come with the game. Look, man, this what you signed up for getting into this shit. You know what you're doing.
They s- they said we're player co-ed. I don't know.
I don't know.
He said they ganged up on Dolph. They did. And if you look at it, what happened to Juke and what happened to Young Dolph are very similar. I mean, it's almost like it happened almost the same way.
Yeah.
A Black Warrior says only blacks fear blacks because blacks only gangster each other. That's true, Black Warrior. I agree. They planned Dolph's murder for months. They did. So do you? This seemed organized. Do you think this was planned for months?
Yep.
But see, they didn't know that this man was going. Oh, they didn't know that this man was going to pass. But to take somebody out at a funeral, I'm happy that because like allegedly they walked up in there. They sat in there. I'm happy that they did not let those rounds off inside of the funeral, but it probably was a thought. Shannon says it might just be a reaction to run from gunshots, bulletproof or not. Yeah, I mean anybody is gonna duck if they hear gunshots. That's just a natural reaction.
Yeah.
Sonya said it really scared me that I would never attend another. Sonya said she was there. Sonya was there. Sonya, what Sonya, what did you see? One King Deshaun says I seen Angela Simmons with Gotti. Yeah, they was at the funeral. It's NJ Ford always record all of their funerals. Always. That's a way of them advertising. Kevin Felder says the trip party is you have 40 and 50-year-old cats trolling. Get your old ass somewhere and raise your damn grandkids. I'm telling you.
Right. Factual. Actual factual, my nigga.
Norman says, I'm not saying what happened, but I think Juke was getting out the SUV. And when he started to walk towards the place, that's when they got him. I'm just saying what I think. Okay. Um, he says it's a fake relationship. Most funeral homes do. South Memphis Nook says, ain't no telling who did that. See, people have to realize that type of city we live in ain't no rules and regulations. Law officials ain't shit and have no control. They don't care. Crime pays. They want us to kill each other out. They really do. They really do. They want to do a lot of regentrification. Okay. I've been told y'all, I was telling my dad this before he died. I said, Dad, they're doing something around South Parkway and all those places. So it's still a lot of that's the hood and all of that. They're wanting to make that the way you see what they did to Midtown. Uh so yeah, they want all of the black people to a lot of those people they consider to be trouble. They saying that they just start canceling each other out. And then we can annex that and all of the older people are dying out. They folks don't even keep their houses. They won't even pay the taxes on them. So it goes back to the city and the rich people buy it up. And if they can just get all the Negroes to kill each other out, then they can make Midtown, the South Parkway around that area and make that just like Midtown and ain't got to worry about nothing. They can run at night and jog and all that shit.
Yeah, they did exactly what they did to Midtown. Turned it to the gayest place in the goddamn city. You're right. No disrespect to the gay people, but that's what they did.
Yeah, it is, Nicolay. Renee says they not dude as was the first one after the hyper one. Huh? They not dude as was the first one. And, so if I forgot to ask Blackwood News this, maybe it wasn't meant for me to ask him because didn't they say somebody was hit behind the building?
I There was the rumor.
Misty, you right, but they're gonna do that gentrification. You right. Yes, I was at the repast. My friend knew that guy whole family.
Mm, mm.
So were you out there when it actually happened, Sonya? Did you get the opportunity to see anything? So was he walking he had just gotten out of his car or was he running back to the car? Did you get a chance to see any of that? And I used to go buy my furniture from out of that Value City. I hated when they went out of business, but the workers was stealing all of the furniture. And I'm gonna tell you how I know because I knew somebody that worked there that used to always say that they had couches and stuff like this, and they steal it and sell it for half price.
Oh yeah, they sold Memphis.
They not wrong for trolling. The rapper who disappeared, Black Youngster, I call him. I just seen him laying on the ground. That's all. Oh wow,
Man,
wow.
look, the trolling was wrong on both sides because people lost their life. Let's just be honest. We're gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep it real. all the trolls and all that on both sides was wrong, man. Ain't no right in it.
No, it ain't. Well, have you heard that they said that somebody dropped in my chat yesterday that supposedly that somebody the suspects left in a white, I believe they said white Explorer. I looked at it, but I know people was putting a lot in the chat. Had you heard that the suspects was supposedly, because the news hadn't even said that, have it
Yeah.
that they was in a white Explorer or something? Did the news say that?
Uh, the street said that.
Yeah, I know they dropped it in my chat yesterday because I
Yeah.
was looking at it.
Well, yeah. The news said because they got a clip. They got a clip of.
The news got a clip of it.
Because it was involved in another shooting on January 5th, the same truck. So that what the news said.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so man,
Well, somebody was saying that the other the other like the day before yesterday, allegedly, was that you that told me that Big Jukton was on live laughing about putting a hit on Young Dolph, or is that just a rumor?
no, that wasn't him. That was some more people in the circle.
Oh,
But it wasn't about that. They was just like, well, they was just like, man, we put some money on your head. But they was like, I guess somebody came in the chat fucking with them, and they said that shit. But like, no, it wasn't. They didn't say that basically about dog. It was like they was on live and somebody threw some dolphins in the chat and they just went off. And then like the
mhm.
next couple of hours, what happened to Juke happened to Juke
Do
after
you,
that.
do you think the people that did this to him is from out of the city of Memphis?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you think they right in the city?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They said Gotti was counting money and laughing.
Man, I think I go a step further. I think people right up around these niggas line this shit up.
Gigi got the chopper said he was on live making fun of people needing to get their houses and cars paid off since their cash cow gone. Who was that doing that?
Ooh.
They said Channel 3 showing the SUV. Let me look at that. They said Channel 3 showing the SUV.
They said Cypress, can you say it wasn't pre-street? Nah, I can't say that, look, 'cause I'll be lying then.
I don't believe it was them.
I never said it was no rappers, but street niggas is most definitely.
Okay, so it's okay. Source, Yo Gotti's brother killed in. So let's see if they're showing the vehicle. They were showing the car. I thought they said that Channel 3 had the car. Was talking about the car because they just posted this 15 minutes ago. Cypress, where you hear that at? That the car was used in another crime?
Huh?
What channel did you hear that on? That the car was used in another crime?
Oh, it was on there.
Okay, maybe it was on another.
That's what I think. Hey,
Uh,
I'm just saying that.
Man killed outside a Hickory Hill event center is Gotti's brother. Memphis police identified him as 47-year-old Anthony Mims, also known as Big Juke. Mims was shot in the parking lot of Pernon's Restaurant and Event Center.
Is that the
Another man
vehicle?
who was shot is still alive but in the hospital. Tonight, police are looking for a white Ford Explorer SUV in connection with the shooting. It has dark tinted windows and black wheels. A witness told police they saw suspects in the SUV speeding away, and surveillance video also shows this. If you recognize this vehicle or have any information, call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH.
Uh-uh.
Right now, we're driving along Riverside.
Uh-uh.
mm, mm, mm.
Are they saying that same? Okay, it's on Memphis police website. The same truck was used in a so they got video. I'm gonna tell you something. They're gonna be able to trace it to wherever it went to through them sky cams. Cause how you think they know already that it was used in another situation?
Mm.
They probably already got it and ain't saying nothing. How they know? Because I'm sure they got out of it and left it somewhere because it was more than likely stolen.
Mm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's wild, man. Hey, man, just go to work, go to church, go home.
Mm-hmm.
What about Big Juke?
Here it is right here.
You think God is gonna be at this done?
Yeah,
No.
he gonna be there. I think it's gonna be closed casket and extra security.
That I'm trying to figure out what intersection does that. It's not showing enough for me to see exactly where that is. It's blacked out. I'm sure it was stolen. It says, I don't want to read everything. It says, he proceeded to the location and found two victims with multiple gunshot wounds. Both victims were transported to the hospital. Victim Anthony Mills, 47, has been identified as the victim who was pronounced deceased at the hospital. The second victim, male, is in stable condition. A witness on the scene advised suspects in a white SUV were responsible for the shooting. The attached images of the suspect vehicle were captured on surveillance. The video is described as a white. The vehicle is described as a white Ford Explorer with black wheels and dark tinted windows. No arrests have been made. The investigation is ongoing. Let's see. It's not saying that it was involved in. It says better said than done, but follow all cameras along their route. Hopefully, it'll get you close to where it might be or might have went. Just because they took off the plates don't mean nothing. I'm sure you might be closer. They are if they know that the car was used in another if they know that the car was used in another situation back in January, they're not gonna say it, but I'm sure if that car was left parked somewhere and they got it. They're just not gonna say it. There's no other way of knowing other than look at the.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I have went strapped up at a funeral in Oakland, California before. I'm happy that they did not shoot that funeral up. You know that?
I'm glad they didn't either.
Yeah, right. Was it this January? Because we're in January now. Was it January of 2023? that they're
I'm
saying that their car was used in a situation.
uh,
Oh,
yeah,
January 5th of 2024.
yeah,
It's on Facebook.
yeah, on the
It's on
police
the Memphis
website.
Police. Okay, hold on. It's on the Memphis Police Facebook. Gotta scroll down to January 5th. Okay, let me look.
Well, now they ain't shoot up the hospital. They locked it down.
Um, I'm looking at January 5th. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. I know these folks done shot off.
Who that?
Okay, maybe I didn't go down far enough. 6th, January 5th. Ask Deshaun where about what was it? Because it's a lot of stuff that happened on the field. Robbery of an individual at the farmers market. You can't even go to the. Mm, I don't see it. This is when they went into the Dollar Tree and started robbing the folks. Y'all see that? Y'all see they went into the Dollar Tree and started robbing the folks. Oh my God. What in the entire world?
Hold
Did
on.
y'all see that? They went into the Dollar Tree in broad daylight and started robbing the folks that was in there shopping. This happened on Getwell Road. Ooh. Oh God, Lord have mercy.
Okay, Glenn Smith said she just sent the cash sale. This beef's really gone too far. I wish it didn't come to this. So many lives lost. Sneak 46 and this beef has really gone too far, but I wish it didn't come to this. So many lives. That was my point. Leo said, Lord, man, see how far I'm need some family cow. And this women are driving me up the wall. Lord help me. Oh my God.
It says on January 5th at approximately 10:30, officers responded to an aggravated assault at Poplar Avenue and Ridgeway Loop. Officers located a victim suffering from several gunshot wounds inside a white Tesla. He was transported to Regional 1 Hospital in critical condition. Video from a nearby business showed a white Ford Explorer following the victim before the shooting. Investigators are seeking the public's help to identify. Hold on, I'm still on. Let me see. It do look like that white Ford Explorer. I ain't gonna tell no lies.
Oh, they're from y'all niggas. They're from y'all niggas. They gonna tell who paid for them.
Yeah, they are.
But them some babies. They gonna tell it. They get time out for life sentence. Man, let them folks say something about at least 10 years. Them young niggas gonna be crying and on Happy Meals and shit. They gonna tell everything.
Memphis police. Let's see. We'll go all the way down to the. But now you do know what they do is they start stealing the same kind of cars to do their dirt and stuff in.
Do I think they were young? Yep. They was young niggas.
I don't know. It was too organized. You know, some young dudes would have went up in there and sprayed the church up.
On second thought, you right.
Yeah, they would have sprayed the church up, standing, jumping all up on top of pews and shit.
Man, open the trunk up. We finna put the organ in this motherfucker. Let go.
I'm looking for. Let's see.
I never understood how they. I didn't never get it, but maybe it was for me to understand. But it was crazy.
Maybe they posted it up on the 6th, and I'm missing it. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Like, share, and subscribe for me. I'm trying to pull that because they done got, well, they don't even put on no mask and stuff no more.
I wonder they gonna keep this.
You say you wonder if they gonna what?
I wonder they gonna keep this funeral private.
Oh, here it is right here. Now, y'all can analyze this for yourself. I'm ready to pull it up. Here it is right here. Does it look like that car? I mean, it looks like it, but it don't, you know.
Hell yeah, it look like it. You know it. Yep. And do it got any tags on it?
I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see. Okay, so
What up, Nova?
I'm trying to analyze everything about it. Now that's the card they're saying using big jukes. Hmm. Okay, I see it's got a little wing on the back of it. It's got a sunroof. Let me go back to the other one.
Mhm.
Mm-mm. That one has a sunroof and it's got a wing.
Hit the like button, good people. It's free. That's crazy, man.
Oh well,
Rest in peace to the homie, though.
I don't know. It looks the same to me. I don't know though. Um, I just feel like what happened to Juke, it was too organized. Had it been young guys, they would have shot him. They would have shot up the whole church.
Mhm. Now, the one King Deshaun said that nobody started getting killed until Govan got out. I don't agree with that. Niggas been getting put to bed. I don't agree with that.
Fords do have OnStar. They do, and that seems like it. That model is kind of up to date. Hmm. Norman says, "Do I think it's going to be more murders before Dolph's trial?
Yep.
It's possible. I hope not, but it's
It is.
possible. I
Yep.
really hope not.
Yep, Norman. I answer that for you. Yep.
People saying they think Govan. But what reason would Govan have to kill Juke though?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't either. What reason do y'all think? Why would Govan want to take Juke out?
Mm. Mm.
They said his money. Hmm.
Mm. Yeah, they gonna play the blame game with this shit.
Sonya said she heard some guy jumped on Govan. I didn't hear that from nowhere but on the internet. The first time I heard that was yesterday on YouTube.
Mm.
Naturally, Nolan says King Von took all of the dirt heat for Dirk when he died because he know Juke been questioned and probably think Juke told something. Um, mm, he was owed more money than what he got paid for Dolph's death. If Juke is alive, Govan is the fall guy. If Juke is deceased, is it snitching if the man is deceased?
Yep.
So folks are saying they think Govan wanted to took him out because they want to blame Juke. He wants to blame everything on Juke.
Well, this is the problem. He gonna have to blame everybody because the feds ain't stupid. They know he ain't got no money. Mister, what to do, Mister?
So everything will be blamed on Juke. Case closed. I don't believe that.
I believe that.
You think the case gonna close? I don't believe that.
Mhm.
When you're in the
Statewide.
streets, you'll never know where the hit coming from. It seemed like to me that somebody had been trying to hit him a couple times, didn't it?
Mhm.
Hmm.
I wonder who that somebody. Hmm.
Norma Green says because he didn't finish paying him his canteen money when he go to prison. Neo says they definitely gonna say the bag came from Juke. Wherever the bag came from, they knew it way before now.
Mhm.
Because Jamarcus them had been told it.
Mhm.
They thought Juke was a CI on a drug case. They all called together. I don't know. I don't believe that. I believe it's got something to do with Tommy and them said when they came in here yesterday. I
What
kind of
time?
believe that
What time it say?
that some dudes was mad. He heard some dudes was mad about some bad weed or some weed or getting janked, not getting their stuff after paying their money or something. I'm gonna have to go back and look at it. But he said if the streets are saying it's got something to do with some bad deals.
I can agree with that, but I don't know if
And
he go to.
Tommy be knowing.
Well,
And he didn't
Tommy,
come in but one time. And I said, that sounds like it might be right. I mean, you know what I mean? That sounds because it was too organized for it to have been a bunch of young crash dummies or young dudes that they just decided to get. And no, they would have been jumping all on top of the casket and shooting in the church. They still got cartoon in their head, Rambo and all that.
uh-huh.
These dudes were more controlled. They said they walked in to see if he was in there, sat on the back row, and then walked out.
Uh-huh. A7 said, do y'all think straight drop lawyers still gonna get paid after this? Uh, no, sir. I can answer that.
I got some tea on that, but I ain't gonna say.
Y'all gotta come to the platinum. Basically, what she telling you, it's gonna cost a fee. It ain't for free. What about who paying for the lawyer?
Not on who paying for something about that. It's something about it that
Mm,
somebody had told it me from the inside. These folks be getting scared. Who told her something? The motherfucking police bitch.
mm,
So don't be scared that they gonna find out because they know.
mm.
I'm telling you, 30K is no money at all.
Well, now it ain't gonna be no lawyer being paid for straight drop them. No, no. Unless the good Lord just shine a light on Gotti and tell him to be generous. Outside of that, that cheap some bitch ain't spending no money. He ain't gonna give nobody shit. Mm-mm. Yo, Gotti don't do that. He ain't gonna give nobody shit.
Low Battery says Juke is a millionaire messing with drugs at this point in life, especially as a felon, would be hustling all the way backwards. Do you think he was still out there messing with drugs?
Hmm.
I'm telling you something. Most guys,
Yeah.
when they rich, especially when they're used to a certain way, they look at drug money as being real easy money. I don't think they know how to stop.
Listen, once you start and that money gets gone, you ain't gonna you always gonna fall back to what you know. You always gonna fall back to what you know.
Well, I don't wish that on nobody. I don't. And we can't, and people can't say that Young Dolph's artists did it just because they celebrating. They doing what was done to them. That's all. They never said they had anything to do with it. They're reciprocating what was done to them. And people can't say it wasn't done to them because we all witnessed it. Witnessed it.
Yeah.
They said being affiliated with gang activity is hustling backwards, especially at 50 years old. It is. It is. He said, go up and read E23. Okay. I didn't see it. These comments be moving so fast. I be missing them, y'all. Who is E23? Y'all still overlooking that Eric passed first. He was the head. Then Jook. He was the body. Yeah, but Eric passed from a ailment. He didn't. Nobody took him out.
I think he was just old, man.
No, he had cancer.
Well, a
I
lot
don't
of
be
them,
liking to put out what be wrong with people.
well, a lot of them Bovans and the Bobos and Woods family is all of them old. No, they old people.
Yeah, they old. But Eric was still, he was in his 60s. That's still fairly young, but he died from, from an ailment.
Man,
Oh,
niggas,
he said true, but he was a protection. Okay.
man, these niggas know what they getting at. Like,
But if they respect Eric, so okay, I see what you're saying, E23. But if they okay, so if Eric was the protection, if they respect him, why would they come to his funeral and disrespect him? You see what I mean? Like I'm saying, if they was holding back, if the energy was, if we're saying that they were holding back on Juke because of their respect for Eric, why would they come to Eric's funeral and take him out? He said
mm,
because he dead. The name
well,
hold weight in the game. Hmm. E23 says because they no longer have to. Okay. Sneak says they did it at the repass. They didn't do it at the funeral. They waiting. They're wanting Juke, and it was now or never. Well, they definitely I'm gonna tell you something. It definitely feel like to me. I'm just saying how it feels. It felt like it's now or never.
mm-hmm.
Although they said, didn't they say Juke be over there at the restaurant all the time? But I'm sure they be guarded over there. I know one thing. It bothered me to see somebody's mother kneeling over them in desperation. As a mother, that just it just I don't feel good about that at all. I can't as a mother. I can't. I can't feel good about that at all. You know, I'm a mother, and I'm to be kneeling over your child like that. I just don't wish that upon nobody. I don't.
Nah, that ain't cool.
Jody says he was shot at a couple weeks ago.
Well, they been shooting at it. You hear me?
Huh?
I said they been shooting at him, but they were missing him. He playing with the shit.
Yeah, because I mean, if you would think he would have stayed out of Memphis when they were shooting at him. He was going to that restaurant on Germantown Parkway, wasn't it? Wasn't it a restaurant?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now they said when they shot up the dice game, they weren't shooting at him, but he was up in there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they was shooting at they been shooting at him, but they're like, we missed. And he making jokes like, them whole ass niggas ain't gonna do nothing, man. Man, them bitch ass niggas ain't gonna do nothing,
That's what
man.
he was saying. Them whole ass niggas ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, man, them bitch ass niggas ain't gonna
Phenomenal Black Woman says whether it was a repast or a funeral, it's disrespectful. May God have mercy on their souls.
Memphis niggas move totally different.
Mm. Well, hopefully, like I said, I don't believe this had anything to do anything with Young Dolph's artists. I don't believe Young Dolph's artists did this, and I just hold to that. It's I'm not trying to be biased. Like some people say, you just trying to be biased. See, folks makes me cuss them out real bad, right? Because they be getting mad at me because they want to say, you know, the dinosaurs came back from up out the damn water, and Yo Gotti summons the dinosaurs from the Illuminati and when he took his brother out. Folks will believe that. They be want me to go with that narrative. Or you know, young Dolph and his grandmother came back and summons his artist to do it. You know, folks will believe that because you know folks are batshit crazy in that. But when I say no, I don't believe that this had anything to do with Young Dolph's artist because some street dudes from that actually be in the streets of Memphis, that actually be in Memphis and live in Memphis, said I'm hearing them say it that it didn't have anything to do with it. You trying to protect him. See, that's what get a nigga cussed out real bad.
We ain't doing no cussing tonight, yo. You say your
Nah, because
mama
my
was.
mama was in here earlier. I hope she done went on to sleep.
And we're cussing them out tomorrow. Y'all gonna be all type of, you know what, tomorrow. Shout out to Mr. 4532. What's going on, Pimpin'?
What's up, mister? Corey says, same way they did dog. Somebody knew when they both were coming back in town, got the lows on both, and both died. Something fishy. You know, if I was gonna believe that somebody close to Juke did this, I still don't believe it was his brother. I just don't. And y'all know I have not been happy with what Gotti has done.
What you
And I've
gotta do?
expressed I have expressed how I have not been happy with it. But I ain't gonna lie on the nigga. I don't believe he did it. I don't
What,
believe he did this to his brother.
what gotta do though?
What?
What you say gotta do now?
He was the person that had he was involved in what happened to Dolph. And you know I ain't gonna change that because it's true.
I don't know about all of that though, but hey, you a try to see on pain.
No, I don't believe he sacrificed his brother. I don't. I ain't gonna get up here and tell no lies or try to make things grand. And
And
I don't believe that pre artist did this either. I believe it was just like them dudes came in here yesterday said that they had heard that it was some street stuff.
they don't. Y'all don't. I can't believe y'all believe in this. Like a sacrifice ain't just gonna happen like that. If it's a sacrifice, they gonna cover this shit up. They ain't gonna never out openly do shit. They gonna cover it up, y'all. That's what a sacrifice is. Like a Bob Saget situation. What's the other guy from Friends? And they covered that shit up.
They said the way this happened, it was some serious stuff. Now I do want to say this. Let me say this because it's quite a few people on here tonight. And I hope that they take what I say to heart because I'm sure it's some young guys on here and whoever was involved in this, they probably on here too. Because they be when stuff like this happen, the people that were involved, they're always the one they stay looking 24 hours a day at the news and the internet and stuff like that. But let me just say this: as Black people, we're gonna have to stop taking it. We're gonna have to stop killing each other. What we're doing is we're committing genocide in our community. My message is not gonna change. It's got to be some conversations had in our community where there is some emotional stability. Where as they're gonna have to start teaching these folks how to fight. Okay, if you're mad at a dude or a person, hey, I don't agree with violence or whatever, but hey, knocking the chip off his shoulders is fighting. People don't even know how to fight stuff out anymore. And a lot of this stuff don't even have to be fought out. It could really be solved with a conversation. Instead, we're acting like raging dogs. And at the rate that we're going, if we continue on with this stuff, our race is going to be extinct. I get so tired of hearing people talk about what a white man's is doing this, the white man's is doing that. White man ain't doing a damn thing. We taking each other out. And ain't nobody got no problems with it. So at this point, is a lot of this stuff is backfiring on a lot of these OGs who are in the Bible, really the elders, because they're the ones that's supposed to be teaching these young dudes better. Instead, a lot of OGs are sending these young dudes out because they know that they're messed up. They have not had any real upbringing in their home. A lot of them have been traumatized in their home. And instead of them having empathy for them, they look at that as a child that's a crash dummy or thrown off. And this is somebody that we can use and send out to do our dirty work. And the reason I stay so hard on these OGs is that a lot of us, especially in their 40s and stuff, because I'm in my 40s, we came from a different era where we used our fists. They know damn well we didn't get out there and just pop everybody. We did not do that. So if we didn't do it, why are we using other folks' children who are supposed to be our future to go do our dirty work and destroying the future of our people? And a lot of this stuff is backfiring on them because God says, when I get them back for what they did, you're going to see me get them back. You got to understand the laws of the earth is you got to reap what you sow. So at what point are people going to start trying to instill some type of some type of righteousness in some of these young folks, right? If you can't help them, don't hurt them. He says, start off by dismantling the erroneous teaching that boys don't cry. Teach these boys how to have self-control over the emotions without suppressing them. Absolutely. Absolutely. And stop feeling like you need to. People feel like love now is if I can't give him everything he wants, that's not love. That's the reason why they flip out now. when somebody tell them no, I'm gonna kill them, because they ain't being told no, and they ain't being told that they got to earn and work for what they want. Our community is really in a state of emergency as it relates to emotional stability, right? Not just poverty, but emotional stability. It's something wrong. And until we can come together, because it ain't gonna happen until we unify and come together. Instead, everybody, well, we unified. They giving her more attention than me. We forget about what the goal is. It ain't no secrets about what other communities do. It ain't no secrets of how they're able to get stuff done. They just unify. The same thing that Dr. King and them did back in the 60s when they was able to do the People's March, to unify. That's all they did, was they unified. They organized and they unified. We can't even organize.
Damn,
People like
unify.
Young Dolph's artists. When you start talking about Key Glock and Snoop bands and all of them, it's really surprising to me when I see men in their 30s and 40s, a bunch of old ass niggas, old rotten rusty ass motherfuckers, get up on their platforms and promote a energy that they know could possibly get these young dudes taken out, all because they want a view and clout. Instead of saying, "Oh, wait a minute, we don't know if they did this. We ain't get ready to create an energy for our young brothers to be taken out, because we don't know what happened. Because the truth is, they ain't never even put their damn feet in Memphis. Okay? They ought to be ashamed of themselves. A lot of these men ought to be ashamed of themselves, and then have the nerve to, these women ain't got no respect. Don't nobody respect nothing like you. I can't stand a pitiful man always going after women, destroying the future of our people. She won't submit to me. She'll submit to a man that's righteous. You ain't righteous. You pitiful. Then God bless a lot of you with a platform to use it right, and you use it to consistently destroy your people and wonder why your ass is croaking out and having heart problems, blood pressure problems, glaucoma, cataract, diabetes, all of that, and croaking over because you ain't right. Ought to be ashamed of themselves. Then have the audacity, I'm born and raised in Memphis, to try to come up against me. She don't know what she's talking about. Motherfucker, I know every street in Memphis. And yes, regardless to how I feel about Yo Gotti and them, I had a disappointment because we supported Yo Gotti and them, but I don't want to see them slaughtered. I have a love for the city that I grew up in. Anybody do. So now I'm not gonna stand on I'm not gonna get on my soapbox and say Young Dolph artist did it to create an energy, to passively create an energy to go have them young dudes killed. I ain't no vampire. Hell, I got motion going on outside of YouTube, okay? So I ain't got to try to have people killed to get money on YouTube. That's how cold I am. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But we already know a lot of these people ain't got no couth. Anytime they could set women up, try to have women killed, come after women. Use a bitch anyway, a lot of them. So what do we expect? Anytime a man comes after a woman, that's the lowest of the low anyways. I don't see how other women can follow men that do that. Don't no real men go after women. They go after money. They gonna be leaders in their community. That's what they do. They pride themselves on that.
Amen. If you don't want the woman, just give her the cyber TV. Shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that gal. I'm gonna get that gal to hack. I'm gonna get that gal to do this. And these bitches doing it on here. Bitch, you 50, ho. You got grandkids and shit. You letting a bottom feeder from the sewer send you out to go to jail? Y'all think these folks that ain't been in y'all groups ain't turn on y'all and ain't telling these folks what y'all did to them? I'm down. Bitch, you 60, hoe. And you letting a nigga send you out to go to jail? And then they wonder why a lot of these young girls like they are. They ain't got nothing to look up to. You got too many silly old ass women. You supposed to have some cool. Women are the models, especially in the black community. So when we talking about these girls selling ass for $40, they looking at the women that's around them. What they got to look up to? Women can influence men. I ain't gonna be no black woman and have a man laying next to me or calling me and talking to me about what he got going on and not saying, no, baby, you need to rethink that. That ain't right. We can't be doing that. Women can have a lot of influence on men, but they ain't using their influence right. They egg them on to do it. And the guys, I'm a down ass chick, and he getting my nails done. You tearing your own damn, as that Bible say, you tear your own house down, you tearing down your own damn community. This stuff got to stop. It's got to stop, and I'm for real. So when folks say, "Well, I don't care for her because she always," I don't. Cause see, I'm gonna tell y'all what I was taught. Cause see, I grew up around winners, men that were soldiers. I was told there was nothing better than a good black man, right? And they were always to be taken care of when they was good. You were supposed to give them good advice. You were supposed to use your influence wisely. A lot of these women, a bunch of damn fools, because they don't want to give up being 20. They can't get over being 25. At some point, you're supposed to gain some type of wisdom. Because if you sitting on video shaking ass with your daughter or encouraging these young women to shake or sell what they mama gave them, then you pitiful. You helping to tear down your household. And that is, or your community. And that is the reasons why our community cannot move forward. It's too many silly people. And so when folks get talking about, well, you know, the Asians got everything, the white peoples has got everything, you know, we always like to throw that into the atmosphere. These peoples has got everything. That's because they know the recipe, and the recipe is unity. That's all. It's simple as unity. But that's a foreign word to us, because can't nobody unify in our community. It ain't nowhere in the world that we supposed to be taking out people like Young Dolph that's learned the recipe, right? Ain't nobody even supposed to be able to pay us, especially if you're in the music industry. The way the music industry has raped black people, and they are the ones with all of the talent financially. They find a way to pimp their talent and leave them broke, busted, and disgusted. And to show you that our community don't know nothing, they'll use somebody in our very own community to take out somebody that learned the recipe and can teach you how to come out of those chains of slavery that the record industry got a lot of these black boys in, because they're the ones that's got all the talent. That's why they come to the hood, because they understand that a lot of these young black boys got all of this talent in the hood, but they don't know nothing about business because they are impoverished, and they'll take anything because they ain't used to nothing. So they want to hijack them. They want to take advantage of them. And as soon as somebody like a Young Dolph rise up and get it out the mud for real and learn the recipe and go around the slave master, they use our own people to take somebody out like that for a dime. Just a dime. And that's why I say it ain't going to get no better until we change our mindset. It's got to be the elders to do it. So when they get to talking about, well, you know, they need to put more police on the street. No damn police officer should have more influence over your child than you. You raising up today's leaders. How in the hell you gonna call the police to raise your children? It's supposed to start in-house. It's supposed to start inwards and then go outwards. But don't nobody want to take responsibility for nothing because we upholding wrong. It's all good as long as a lot of these older people benefiting. You know damn well your son out there selling drugs. You don't have no problem with it until somebody blow his computer dome out. You been knowing that your 14-year-old son outside at 1 o'clock in the morning on the corner selling dope. You been knowing it, but you benefiting from it.
There you go.
The problem with our community, okay, it's got a lot to do with us. You know, the way they keep our community in bondage is they always want to put well, you know, the blacks, this, and that. You have a lot of people of other races talking about the atrocities that our people went through, and they went through a lot of atrocities. But instead of them saying, hey, here is, and it's so easy. All black people got to do is unify and start raising and influencing their children in the right way. That's what's going to heal the black community. They ain't going to tell you that. Oh, well, you know, the black people need to get counseling. We're gonna give you some medicine. We're gonna do this. They don't ever want us to know the real thing that's going to change change our community and help our community. They want you to think we're supposed to outsource everything. Why are we always looking for somebody to come into our community and do what we could do? I need somebody to make Junebug act right. Why you need somebody to come in and make your 10-year-old son act right? You supposed to have more influence on him than anybody. So then now you got folks blaming the police officers. Well, they got a curfew. Little Rufus ain't in the house. The police ain't doing what they supposed to do because my 13-year-old son ain't in the house. Y'all, when we gonna change our mindset? It ain't the police officer's job to make your 13-year-old son come in. You trying to tell me you can't make your 13-year-old son come in? Our mindsets got to change, y'all. And these OGs wrong for what they doing. They dangling money in these little dudes' faces because you have to be mentally unstable to even let somebody pay you to go and kill somebody. That's a mental illness. So these OGs wrong because they understand a lot of these young dudes in the hood come from troubled homes. Not all of them, but a lot of them. They know. That's why they call them crash dummies. They look for some type of a validation and acceptance. And instead of them helping them in the right way, they dangle money in their faces to go do their dirt. And it's backfiring on them. Because evil could never win. The laws of the earth is you're going to reap what you sow. A lot of these people, when they get around here talking about, you know, the devil is a liar. You know, the devil, he messing with me. He did this. The devil is a lie. And I be saying, nah, nigga, you a lie. You reaping what you sow. The devil, y'all giving the devil too much credit because a lot of these folks is dirty. They getting back what they put into the atmosphere. You got kids at home, but because you know a child is troubled, you sending somebody else's child out to go to jail for life or to die. And you're going to reap for that. You're going to reap what you sow. It's a darn shame before God what's going on in our community. We're going to have to get off the milk. And I'm serious. Our community is in a state of emergency. We got to get off the milk. That's why I can't breastfeed you. My youngest child is 22 years old. I ain't got no damn milk in my breast. You're going to have to choke off this steak that I'm giving you. You're going to have to eat some damn meat.
Praise the
If
Lord.
you in your damn 30s and 40s and stuff and you still sucking on a pacifier, you retarded. Take that damn pacifier out your mouth and get some knowledge.
What's up, Real Deal? What's going on, Real Deal Lee? What's up, Real Lil T?
Our community got to change. Hey, listen, I vlogged on the Young Dolph case. Hey, I still don't like what happened to Young Dolph. But I can't get on here and say, even I've been sitting up talking about what they did to him was heinous. But I can't celebrate nobody being killed. Nobody losing their lives. I can't do that. I'm a human being. I can't do it. I believe in justice. I believe a person is supposed to pay for what they do. I be wanting to see him in jail. Because see, to me, in a lot of these cases, death is too easy. Some of these folks would rather be dead than to go to jail. Because they weak. I believe in justice all day, every day. That ain't gonna change. So when I hear folks talking about, I don't wish jail on nobody, you ain't God hell. What you talking about? I'm gonna just take their life. You out your damn mind. What is wrong with our people? And you got elders that promote that. Yeah, because we ain't supposed to promote going to jail. We supposed to promote killing everybody in our community. What in the hell wrong with our people? That don't even sound right. And you got women that stand next to these men and lay next to them and say, baby, you wrong. We got young black boys. You wrong. You ain't gonna promote that to my damn sons. You put that into the atmosphere. We got black boys. It's gonna backfire on us. You not gonna do it, baby. I'm your woman. You ain't gonna do it. Instead, they go along with it. Because they
like, nah, we ain't gonna do it right now. Well, you go to sleep. It's all lecture, baby. Hey. But I don't want to see nobody go to jail. I don't want to see nobody die neither. But whatever I just so happen to see,
So our community is gonna have to. It's gonna have to be a change. Hey, I do believe that the men are supposed to be the head. I believe that. Women are not equal as far as look at men are. I don't care how much a woman trains. Her body is not physically strong to be. Her body is not physically made to be stronger than a man. It don't mean she's weaker mentally than him. But I do believe that the men are supposed to be leading the community. I do. But they put us women in a position where we got to do it because a lot of them are a bunch of damn fools.
That's crazy because I said that to a couple women that got cussed out sideways. You hear me? I got cussed out sideways. Is we still on?
Okay, I'm back. I had to go turn my heater off.
Oh. And we live.
We've been all the way live tonight.
I know that's right. We got preaching and teaching up here tonight. Amen. Amen. Amen again.
And so that's why I say, I don't care what nobody say. You would never see me on here promoting the Young Dolph's artist. I was looking at some posts. I was reading some comments when this happened last night. First thing people saying, they need to go get Key Glock. Key Glock, one of the ones that ain't been doing nothing but posting his movie. He ain't posted nothing other than his movie. He didn't post rest in peace to Young Dolph. He was just promoting his movie. Right? But you had people that was in comments and stuff talking about, yeah, they need to go get Key locked up. I come against that in the name of Jesus. I do. I come against that demonic force in the name of Jesus. I do. It's some evil, low down folks. They put this energy into the atmosphere for a dime and a view. No, it's not gonna happen on my channel. I'm not gonna let it.
That's some large money. Mm-hmm. How do I feel about it, real dearly? I feel messed up about it because I know the nigga. And it's gonna be a lot of stuff that's gonna come behind.
Why you think everybody's so quiet now, Cypress?
Cause there's some shit about to happen.
Mm-hmm. You think they know who was involved in this?
It's quite possible. If they don't know who, they got enough money to find out. Because Ebony, Yo Gotti didn't come with them, and he didn't leave with them. That's why they left separate. Mhm.
Hmm. They're saying that they don't think that Yo Gotti's mother was shot at. Well, I was told that she was almost hit.
Mm.
They said she took out running. I mean, I don't know how, unless somebody was there, that said that, but a person that was there said she took out running as if she knew something was getting ready to happen.
Mhm.
Now, I've been, people have been saying, I'm looking at some stuff right now. Hey, I talked to a person that was there.
Mhm. And that was the blessing she ran, because she would have been hit, Papa.
Yeah, she would have been hit.
And they were probably gonna try to aim to kill her just because she was there. Yeah. So do you think it's time for them to like put the chains on Privé and say fuck it, it's time to go?
I I would, I would, I would, because they don't know who trying to do this.
Mm. And it was a big loss for Gotti. Like it was like a big loss for CMG. Big loss for North Memphis.
Yeah, I think Yo Gotti needs to get his family and but it's harder to get older people to move. They don't be wanting to. Um,
Right.
how far away is Privé from where Privé was? Right up the street. That was at Kirby and Winchester. Privé was probably about 3 or 4 minutes from there, because Privé is at, where's Privé at? Privé is at Riverdale and Winchester, so it's like 3 or 4 minutes up the street.
Uh-huh.
I know that. I'm just saying, with all the turmoil, I would have left, gave Aunt a hug, and left. And they're saying one of the aunts used to sell for the uncle and went to jail for him. I wouldn't have went. Um, D Mix says she right. You can't go through life forgetting about God, plus hating on your own brother every day. That makes God angry. That's true. Um, Thomas said Jackson Avenue, even CEO Big 30 as well. It's gonna be tough for her to even ride on the street. Yeah, it's gonna be tough for her because see, it's that's like 3 or 4 minutes. Kirby Parkway and Winchester and Riverdale, and Riverdale is the next intersection from Kirby, which is like 3 or 4 minutes up the street. So it's gonna be hard to even come in that vicinity. It's so close.
Real deal Lee said, I think what was said on that live, brother, live. Well, real deal Lee, wrong. I think, well, they've been trying to get him. They just couldn't get him at the time because he was a moving target and he was in bulletproof vehicle. But, people was like, why you still coming here playing like that? And niggas is trying to get you. He like, oh man, them bitch ass niggas ain't gonna do nothing. Them whole ass niggas ain't gonna do nothing. Them niggas like, my niggas are shooting at you, my nigga. They ain't playing when they see you. Why you ain't taking this shit serious when they ain't playing when they see you?
So he didn't think that anybody would do anything to
No,
him.
no, cause they calling missing in this. He ain't bulletproof V. Why is you playing with this shit? These niggas ain't playing. When they see you, they clapping at you, my nigga.
King Deshaun says, was they after him even before Dolph was taken out?
Huh?
Was they after him before young? Was they shooting at him before young Dolph was killed?
Uh-uh.
Mm.
I mean, they had street shit going on, but it wasn't to that extent to like after dog get kids. It was like, oh, best was off. Somebody said Jill got shot 50 times. I don't know about that.
I don't think nobody really knows because I've heard some people got in here and said 30 times. You know, all of the facts are not clear because people have been reporting that he was hitting his truck. His truck was bulletproof, so he was not hitting his truck.
Mm-hmm.
Is the young lady in here that was out there? I want to ask her something. Right, the lie was not the reason, but it definitely did not help. That play was too well orchestrated to have been put together overnight. Right. It was. I agree. True Eye says Juke put 100 on Dolph, paid 40 and owed 60 bands. That's the street. That's what the street is saying.
Well, if that's the case, they open up a whole new bag. Then I mean, they open up a whole new avenue with this shit. Ebony McKinney said so. The mom was in the car and Juke while the sister. I don't think the sister went with them, but yeah, the mom was Juke because the mom most likely wants to go to the repair, not Juke. It just Gotti wasn't going to the repair. He don't fuck with the public like that. Period. Well, Well, the uncle was a public figure, so they couldn't have a private. They were public.
His uncle was well known.
Yeah. And yeah.
So how was they say that they were they blood related?
No, through one of his aunties was married to.
Oh, okay. So it was through marriage.
Right. Yeah, the car was bulletproof. It just he wasn't in the car. I don't think. As he holding up, not good, bro. Not good, cause he was at the funeral.
Who
He was
was?
my partner. He was there. Yeah, he was there. My partner, but he was there. He was at the funeral. He ain't holding up good. Yeah, he probably went to the repair. He just didn't ride with them.
You know what? The person that told me, somebody I heard somebody say, was that you, Cypress, or was that Player Co said that he told his mother to run. But the person that was there that told me said they might have not heard him say that. She told me it was like his mother instinctively just knew to run, like she knew something was gonna happen. But he could have, she probably just didn't hear him. He could have told her to run. Cause how would she know to?
Mm-hmm. I think he knew what was up. He knew what was up. Appreciate it, bro. I mean, they all got street instincts, so they all dealt in the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all dealt
Well,
in the
then I
street.
wonder, did they recognize the people then?
No,
Because how do you, unless they can't, they got out with their guns pointed.
I think Juke knew. I think Juke knew what was
Mm-hmm.
going to go down. I think he knew, and I think he accepted it. I think he knew and accepted what it was.
Mm.
But I think it's gonna be a whole South Memphis, North Memphis clash.
I tell you, I hate this. Like I said, I hate it because I hate to see people, dropping. I don't be wanting to, in the way, that his mother was kneeled over him. I wouldn't wish that up on nobody's mother, you know.
No, no, but also we have to be fair. Like you gotta quit playing. Like niggas ain't playing with niggas. You gotta quit playing. You take something serious. What? Niggas ain't playing with niggas.
Michael Thomas says Juke was getting death threats on his phone, text messages. That's the same thing that was happening to Young Dog.
Mm-hmm.
The reason he started having those anxiety attacks, Young Dog, because he started getting all those death threats a few weeks before, before he was killed.
Mm-hmm. Now we got another million pages of evidence coming. This is gonna be bigger than any case in America.
Yeah, that's the reason why I said, and even before this happened, I said that I felt like with the dynamics of this case, that this was going to be um, a really big case.
You still think it's gonna be a really big case?
I do. I do.
I agree. Now I'm almost certain your guy ain't going to jail.
You said you almost certain.
Yeah, then your guy ain't going to jail now.
Why you say that?
Cause everybody gonna blame all the dead niggas. That's how it go. True eyes and ears. There you go. Your guy ain't going to jail for this shit, y'all. They gonna blame all the dead niggas. The case gonna be closed. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but your guy ain't going to jail. This furthermore let me know
Well, you been saying that forever.
that nigga is not going to jail.
So, do you believe that you hear what people saying on the internet? Do you believe that God would have set his brother up?
Nah. Nah. Because he raised him. He was too much like a father to him.
Mm-hmm.
Why would he say no? He the reason he in the game. But we out of the game to get his brother out the game. Except for God in jail on this case.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think. This furthermore says your guy ain't going to jail though.
This says only thing God can do is rebrand himself now. So, what you think gonna happen? You think they're gonna continue on?
Yep. What's the difference? Shit, it ain't no difference. That niggas, certain niggas can't tell, certain niggas ain't to the top. Or Monica J said, so who gonna pay for the lawyers now? But
Mm-hmm. That's what we've been saying.
hopefully, Jesus reach out and touch him.
Hopefully, we'll reach out and touch him.
Hopefully, Jesus reach out and grease up the lawyer's hand.
I got some tea on that.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Juke demise doesn't necessarily mean that Gotti is free because we don't know what." Right? We don't know. These people got over 1 million pages.
Okay. Cypress, why they? Cause God ain't letting nobody say nothing on nothing, bro.
Wow. Shout out to. I want to say this. Shout out to everybody that's being fair. As it relates to vlogging on the Young Dolph's case, and is not trying to create a narrative or an atmosphere for his artist to be for anybody else to die. There are people that are fairly blogging on it, and they're not using a lot of propaganda, making up stuff or nothing like that. Um, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, you know they need their lunch money, but shout out to them. I ain't even gonna hate on them because people keep giving them content, so we can't really hate them for it. It just did. Just what I don't like. A lot, a lot of out of towners trying to tie everything to the Dolph case. That's what I personally don't like.
Yeah. Every it's so much stuff that happens in Memphis, and the majority of it has nothing to do with the Dawes case. The majority of it has nothing to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
Real,
No.
real it as it gets says that they think that CMG canceled their tour. Player Co says the cap on the app is major. Of course.
Come on through here, politics. Come on.
What's up, Street Politics? You want to come up?
Come on through, politics. I might try. Y'all hold down and kill it. I'm trying to get to Memphis and see what's over Venetia. Y'all hold down and kill it. Hey man, the lust demon
Our
trying to
Street
say,
Politics says he good. He all ears. Okay. Monica
yeah,
says Cypress do gotta feel like his life is in danger.
no, not at all. Man, the king of Memphis will never feel like his life in danger, baby.
Well, he ain't the king.
Yeah, y'all supposed to say that. But yeah, man, y'all hold out all the killing and nonsense. I'm just trying to get some police and some barbecue, man. That's
She
all.
said she was gonna Vanessa said she was gonna barbecue for you. You know,
I'm quite,
Vanessa a good cook.
I'm quite sure she will if I hit her up.
But you know, you're gonna have to walk up to Tate Street to get the charcoal.
Uh-uh.
You're gonna have to walk up to Tate Street at the corner store to get the charcoal.
Man, I'm a real nigga. I said somebody gonna get this shit.
I thought you wouldn't have no problems with walking on Tate Street.
I ain't got no problem with it. I just ain't doing it.
Lord have mercy.
Y'all quit dropping all these damn dolphins in the chat. Y'all making my eyes hurt.
That's right. Drop them dolphins. Show some love.
Hey, y'all gonna drop some damn dolphins in the Good have been about 4 high-profile murders in Memphis and court.
You said what now?
They said it's been about 4 high-profile murders in
They still don't know what happened to Teasy, and I don't think they're trying to figure it out.
So ain't. We know what happened to him. The nigga Smith.
What happened to him?
Yeah, it sound like the nigga Smith, and they had to get him up out of rest in peace to the homie though, but you know.
In your honest opinion, what you think happened to Juke?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, it is. It's too soon. It's too soon.
I don't know, man. A lot of niggas quiet.
Well, they probably trying to digest what happened. It just happened 24 hours ago, right?
Yeah, I think it was some. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think it was some double cross shit. Cause they were just too comfortable about this shit. You feel me?
Yeah. Because how they know what time the funeral and stuff is gonna start?
Only thing I can think of is shit they probably be in the in my opinion, they in a circle. cause who else doing that?
You said because who else doing that?
Yeah, like it seems like double and triple cross. And then these folks were too comfortable. They allegedly come sit in the back of the funeral and be comfortable, man. It ain't nobody doing it. They don't when it ain't already in your circle.
Mm.
That was a mafia style hit, Monica J. That was in public. You right, Duke, man. What's the politics say? They didn't shoot up the funeral, David. What funeral home was that, though?
You said what funeral home was it?
They know street politics said they know where it came from. Only a handful of people know that they was gonna be there, and that's all I'm. Mm.
Mm. Oh
Mm.
Lord, that music loud.
He had the funeral
You said what now?
info on his IG.
Well, he had that he had passed away. He did. He had that he had passed away. Mm-hmm. Hold on, you guys. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
They were at a venue for the repast. Now, what did the street politics say? They know what happened. Pre wouldn't do that because the feds are already waiting on them to retaliate. I agree. What did street politics say? They already know what happened. They know where it came from. Only a handful of people knew they was gonna be there. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's how you know what the
Mm. They said, "Do y'all believe that he owed a $30,000 gambling debt?" I mean, because that's been circulating too. I don't know if it's true. Do y'all think he owed a $30,000 gambling debt?
nope.
Was Juke loved or respected though? Did he bring it on himself? I didn't know him. God, he knew them bullets was coming. That's why he left fast. Cap, his uncle was well known. Lots of Memphians knew about the funeral. Yeah, a lot of Memphians knew about the funeral. They might have had they maybe they was they speculated that they would be there, which is maybe the reasons why they came into the church to be sure that they was there.
They knew.
They said Juke. He said Juke done lost 200K on the dice. That nigga leave and come back with more bread. It's niggas owe him right now. Come on, y'all. Kid says God had to get Angela up out there. Deshaun said Remy Growl just woke him up. It's a Yorkie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, like I said, I do pray for peace within the city. You know, I don't want to see anybody else lose their life. I know that's preaching to the choir, right? That's singing to the choir. But as I've said, if I had to guess, I don't believe that Young Dolph's this had anything to do with Young Dolph's artists at all. I don't believe it. King Hudson, I agree with you. I do. I think they got a lot of the same ways as far as sending people out to do their dirt. Angela already advertising for another product. Same little Mighty Mouses.
I hate that.
I feel the same way I did when Dolph died all over again. The dog trying to get his point across. Okay. You know what? I don't know if Angela's baby's daddy's murder was solved.
Probably wasn't.
No, this ain't like Dolph. Dolph death hurt me. We will know before a week over when Straight Drop Lawyer come on TV. Oh my God. I think it's already something going on with that. Word on the curb is something already going on with that. I'm going to put that in the members. I was hit with a bombshell tonight, earlier today. Lino says, did it start inside or outside? Because the photos showed him outside. It looks like it was outside. I think the person initially, when I talked to him, they was in hysterics. They said that they waited. They got there before everybody got there. So it looks like it did happen outside because when they initially told me that people didn't have on no mask, and when they calmed down and I talked to them again, they was like, no, they had on COVID mask.
But they know who they is or what?
If they know who it is, that they didn't say that they did. They said that they didn't know who it was. So he knew so many people that they wouldn't have questioned anybody coming up in there, right?
Right. But that's crazy. It's like they didn't pay. It's like they didn't pay enough. They didn't pay attention to nothing. I don't know. And they just went with the move. My rest to be the big joke though.
Yeah, I don't wish that on nobody. So said her baby daddy was a scammer and was living with another woman when he was killed. The pic circulating of his body was outside. Yeah, it was outside. As child's father's best friend killed. Wow. All right, you guys. I enjoyed being on here with you guys tonight. I know we could go for hours, right? But I'm gonna get off because we've been on for almost 3 hours. I really, as I said, shout out to Blackwood News again. Shout out to Blackwood News for everything that he does in the city. He's out tonight because he was just showing a picture from downtown of how it looks downtown with all the snow. So shout out to that brother, that young brother doing his thing, a young African American man. He be out there on the beat. We need to the name of his page is Lofton Williams on Facebook. And it would be good to he have his Cash App and stuff up. As a matter of fact, his Cash App is I had it up for the longest. Woodrow $Woodrow WOODROZ Woodrow and the letter Z. It's good to go to his page sometimes and support him because we use a lot of the content when he's out there, and he's really good about allowing us to use his content. Seems like a real good brother, and we just ask God to send his warring angels around him to protect him. Whereas anybody think they're gonna get some money off of his demise, we just command that it backfires and they die. Okay, some of these folks too evil. Some people got to go, especially when they feel like their job is to they come up on a bag off of kid or setting other folks' kids and stuff up. That's sick to me. So we just praying for asking God to send his angels around him as he does. That's his passion. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't gonna be out there in the cold. He was out there tonight. So that's definitely a passion of his to be behind the camera. That's a passion. So we just ask that the people in the city, respect him, and we ask God to protect him. And I'm praying for him to go far. To go as far as he wants to go. And I believe that it will happen. But I do appreciate you guys getting on tonight. Like I said, I don't wish death upon anybody. And my heart goes out, to Big Juke's children and his mother. I don't wish that upon anybody's mom. I am a mother myself. And, I ask for God to cover Young Dolph's artists because I see the energy that is being put into the atmosphere where people are bloodthirsty and they're wanting to see these young men killed. But according to the real street goons in Memphis, it didn't have nothing to do with Young Dolph. It had something to do with something else, and it wasn't Young Dolph. Okay. So people need to be wise on what they believe as it relates to that. But none of us know because we were not there. All we could do is listen to people who were there. There were a lot of people that was there that was in pandemonium and some more stuff. It was a lot of pandemonium. And so I just thank God that they did not, when they went up into the funeral, they did not start spraying up the funeral. That's one of the reasons why I don't believe that it was anybody. It was no young people, because you know how the young people are. They want to be Superman and Rambo and all that. They jumps all on top of the casket and pew and all of that and start trying to spray up the place because they don't have any sense. But because they walked in and scoped the place out to see if he was in there and walked out, I do believe that it was probably some older people and they were organized and all of that. So anyways, you guys, I thank you guys for tuning in again and hanging out with me. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. As always, I ask God to shield and protect you all as you all sleep tonight, to protect your families. And whoever has to go to work tomorrow, I ask God to go before you. Be careful as you drive out there, because I know in our area there's a lot of snow and stuff out there and ice. I don't know if it is in y'all's areas. I ask God to go before you and protect you and guide your car. as you travel on the highways and byways. I want you guys to know that I really do love you, okay? Sleep peacefully tonight. Pray when you get off of here, and I'll talk with you later.